lose half your account. And here's the question almost nobody does the math on. How much do you need to earn just to get back to where you started? Not 50%. You need to double what's left, a full 100%. Today, the most important and most ignored piece of mathematics in all of trading. This is episode 2 of the Shield system. Last time you learned to size a single trade. Today, what happens when trades go wrong anyway, and why the math of losing is crueler than almost every trader believes. By the end, you'll know exactly why professionals obsess over small losses and the precise drawdown level most accounts never return from. Here's the entire episode in one tiny example. Start with $100. Lose 50%. You're at $50. Now gain 50%. 50% of 50 is just $25. So you're at $75. Same percentage down and up, and you're still missing a quarter of your money. Why? You lost from a base of $100, but you recover from a base of only $50. That asymmetry is everything. And this isn't a quirk of losing half. Take a $10,000 account and lose 20%. You're at $8,000. Earn 20% back. That's only $1,600, taking you to $9,600. $400 still missing. To truly break even, you needed 25%, not 20. Every single loss, at every size, digs a hole slightly deeper than it looks. And the deeper the hole, the faster that gap explodes. Here's the one line of math to remember. Required gain equals the loss, divided by what's left, 1 minus the loss. Lose 20%, 0.2 divided by 0.8. You need 25%. Lose 50. 0.5 divided by 0.5. A full 100%. The bigger the loss, the smaller the base you divide by, and that's what makes the answer explode. Put the formula to work and look at what happens. Lose 5%, you owe 5.3. Lose 10, you owe 11. Manageable. But lose 25 and you owe 33. Lose 50, you owe 100. Lose 75% and you owe 300. And at 90% down, you need 900%, a 10-bagger, just to get back to zero. And notice, doubling the loss from 25 to 50 didn't double the bill. It tripled it. Plot that table and you get this curve. On the left, small losses. It's almost flat. That's where recovery is cheap. But past 50% it turns into a wall, and by 90 it's vertical. Here's what I want you to hold on to. Near the end of this video, I'll show you the exact level most traders never come back from, and the reason isn't anywhere on this chart. Let's make it painfully real. A $10,000 account? One bad quarter. Overtrading? Oversized positions? No stops? And it's down 60%. $4,000 left. The missing $6,000 divided by the $4,000 you're standing on, you now need plus 150%. And understand what that number really means. Your next 150%, possibly the best trading run of your entire life, earns you exactly nothing. It just refills the hole. Now, the part nobody prices in. Say you're genuinely good, 20% a year, a number most professionals would envy. Compounding at 20%, reaching 2.5 times your money takes about 5 years. 5 years of excellent, disciplined trading to get back to zero. That's the real cost of a deep drawdown, not the money, the years. The most common self-rescue plan, one big win and I'm back. Watch the math kill it. Win 50% first, $15,000, then lose 50. You're at $7,500. Now reverse it. Lose 50 first, $5,000, then win $50, $7,500 again. Identical. Down 25% either way. A win and a loss of the same size never cancel. Multiplication doesn't care about order, and it always leaves you short. Deep drawdowns rarely arrive in one dramatic trade. They arrive as a quiet streak. 3 10% losses in a row, 10,000, 9,000, 8,000, 100, 7,290. Total damage, 27%, not 30, because each loss hits a smaller base. But your recovery bill is 37%. Losing streaks compound slightly in your favor on the way down and brutally against you on the way back up. Now look at the left edge of that curve. Lose 1%, recovery costs 1.01. Lose 2, costs 2.04. Even 10% only costs 11. Down here, losses and recoveries are nearly symmetric. The asymmetry barely exists. This is what the 1% rule from Shield 01 was really buying you, not caution. A permanent home on the flat part of the curve, where no single loss or streak can ever hand you a bill you can't pay. And the math is only half the story. At -10, you're calm, you follow the plan. At -30, you're pressing. Positions quietly grow. At -50, the plan is gone, and you're praying. At -70, you're not trading anymore. You're gambling for resurrection. Each rung down, the person making your decisions is less and less the person who wrote your rules. And here is the level I promised you, the one most traders never come back from. It's around -50, not because the math says it's impossible. 100% recoveries do happen. It's because of what humans do there. They double their risk to win it back faster. Watch. At -50, $5,000 left. Double the position sizes. Take one more 25% hit. $3,750. You're now down 62.5%, and your recovery bill just jumped from 100 to 167. The rescue attempt moved the target further away. That's the death spiral, and it's a choice, not fate. This is why professional risk limits look almost insultingly strict. Many prop firms cut a trader at -10%, total. Not because 10% is fatal, because they've seen this curve, and they know what humans become past it. Capping the drawdown at 10 caps every recovery bill at 11%. Always payable. Always survivable. The professionals don't have more courage than you. They have better math. So here's the whole episode as a job description. Your first job is not making money. It's staying on the flat part of the curve. 3 rules. 1. Never more than 1% on a single trade. 2. A hard monthly drawdown stop. Hit it, and you're done until next month. 3. And this is the one that saves accounts. Write the walkaway rule down before the drawdown. Because at -30, the person reading that rule will not be the person who wrote it. Let's recap. Losses and gains are asymmetric. You lose from the top, but you recover from a smaller base. The formula: loss divided by 1 minus the loss. 20% down needs 25 back, 50 needs 100, 90 needs 900. Order never matters, and streaks stack quietly. Past -50, it's psychology, not math, that finishes accounts, which leaves one conclusion. Small losses are the only losses you can afford. You now know why losses cost more than they look, and why protecting the downside beats chasing the upside. But here's the twist that surprises everyone. You can be wrong on 65% of your trades and still make money. If every win is structured to outweigh the losses, That's risk-reward math, and it's exactly where we go next. If this changed how you think about losses, please hit subscribe. This is the Shield System, a complete free series on the risk, psychology, and discipline behind trading well. See you in Episode 3.